Did you hear me invite you in, Nick?
I'm worried about spending time with that lawyer.
You broke up with me. You think that gives you the right to monitor my social life?
Melinda, you can go out with anybody that you damn well please, but I think that this Macaulay West is trouble.
Yeah, you're right. He is.
So, why did you want to meet me here instead of at your house?
I think we can be a little more frank with each other here. Now, the last time I invited you to come back to work at WSBR, I got a pretty resounding no by the sudden turnaround.
A lot of things have changed since then, Roger.
I bet they have. Your marriage is busted apart, your brother's on the run for murder, and last I heard you were blaming it all on me. So tell me, why do you want to come back and work for a man you hate?
Okay, Detective Mallet, I'm here to tell you everything.
What changed your mind, Kat?
I just got tired of hearing what people were saying on the news about David and about how much they hated him. And before he got hurt, I want you guys to bring him in. So I'm here to tell you everything that I know.
Including where David is?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get started.
Trying to get out from under you, or I have to come steal after you on murder charges. What are you doing in my farm? Off me, Hart.
What? You can steal my car, maybe head for Alaska?
Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on taking it that far.
Yeah, you're not taking it in.
Look, I just need to find somebody, okay?
Great, there's somebody looking to share your jail time?
Before you try that again, I got some questions for you. Look, man, just pretend you didn't see me, Hart, okay?
I can't do that. Too many people looking for you.
Okay. Then just cool it on the target practice, all right?
How long you been hiding out in my farm? Do you really think you could get away with this, huh? Fine, man. Maybe you'd rather talk to the cops.
The next thing I knew, David and Vinny were out in the alleyway fighting over the knife, and in the struggle, Vinny accidentally got stabbed. And it was an accident. I mean, you have to believe me, this whole thing was an accident.
Well, why did David run?
Because David has already spent 6 months in juvenile hall for a murder that he did not commit. Daddy knows this, too. He just figured that since he had that one strike against him, there was no way he was going to get a fair trial.
Well, you don't know that.
Is there any way that you can tell me that I'm wrong for sure?
Mallet, Cooper. See you tomorrow.
So where did David go then?
I don't know.
No, I mean later. And the two of you ran away together.
We went a whole bunch of different places.
For instance?
Well, we started out in the woods near the golf course.
We combed that area at least a half a dozen times.
I know, and that's why we didn't stay.
Where else did you go?
Then we ended up near the fairgrounds, but there were a lot of people around camping, so we left there and we found an old shed near the old airport.
A few old shacks out there they used to use to store equipment.
Right, and that's where we end up spending most of our time.
Well, what did you guys find to eat out there?
Fish.
Fish. Kat, there isn't water for miles around. Are you sure you're telling us the truth?
I spent hours agonizing over these invitations.
Those were so expensive. Can't you use them for something?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why don't we scratch out my name, put Holly's name there instead? Call the jewelers, make sure they don't scratch as much as a T on any of the silverware, even the butter knives, and cancel. Please cancel my blood test. I don't like needles anyway.
Is that all?
I have no idea. Maybe there's more. I don't know.
Can I have his aftershave? I think it smells really sexy.
Sure, Ginger. Why don't you give it to your boyfriend, your plumber, your cousin? I really don't care, all right? We had worked so hard to get past this Holly business, and now...
I read in a magazine somewhere that, well, there's always one person in everybody's life who you never get over. You know, you can live till you're 100 or get married half a dozen times, but it's never the same. Now, it sounds to me like Mr. Thorpe's ex must be the big one for him.
Thank you, Ginger. I will get her out from under his skin if I have to pare it back with a paring knife and scrape her out with a... You tell Donna. She better get a hearing aid because the woman's name is Holly, not Hilly.
Well?
I understand you're getting married soon.
That's right. Oh, I see. You're coming back to work for me as intended as some sort of a wedding present. Is that what I'm supposed to believe?
Is it really that hard for you to understand why I want my old job back?
In a word, yes.
Why? I understand you still haven't hired a replacement.
Now let's cut to the chase, Jelly. You quit. I told Hamp all about your sordid little family secret. Or part of it, anyway. And now you want to make up and be friends, and I'm not buying it.
Well, for starters, I'm not interested in making up and being friends. I'm only interested in a job. See, I learned one thing from you, Roger, and that's that you don't have to like a person in order to respect their business acumen. And I have to admit, I didn't expect you to go that far in trying to get me to hate you.
Now you don't hate me anymore?
I think people only hate what they're afraid of. And I'm not in the least bit scared of you.
Now, see, that strikes me as somewhat foolhardy. Since you know very well that I only told Hamp a part of the truth. Now, do you know why I played it that way?
You figure you needed something to hold over me in case you needed it again.
Mm-hmm. As long as we understand each other, you come back to work for me, you're going to pretty much have to do what I say.
Or this time you would tell the whole truth about the Davenport killing.
That's right. I don't think you want anyone to know that it was you and not baby brother who pulled the trigger.
Surprise, Roger, but you're wrong. I've already been to the police and confessed. I know you enjoy the notion of my being a slave to some privileged information. But face it, Roger, you've got nothing on me.
Oh, you're still here.
So you agree with me?
Absolutely.
Why? Why do you think that this guy is trouble?
Because any man as attractive and persistent as Macaulay West is sure to be, he's the type of man who can make mincemeat out of any woman. But don't worry about it. I can take care of myself. I'm a big girl now.
Yeah, I've noticed.
No messages. What happened to my fabric designer? I was supposed to call by 8 o'clock. You'll be leaving, so I won't offer you a drink.
Will you please stand still for half a second? What's going on with you and this guy?
You're the investigative reporter, you tell me.
I know enough about him, Melinda, to warn you to steer clear.
I'm not concerned about it. He's been a perfect gentleman. Oh, except for the time that he threw me over his shoulder. I already have an overprotective father. I don't need another keeper.
Yeah, well, I would have agreed with you, Melinda, till I watched you get mixed up with this guy.
Well, who asked you to watch? Anyway, I'm not mixed up with him. The only person around here who is mixed up is you. You break up with somebody, it's customary that you amble off into the sunset. Well, the sun set a long time ago, so why don't you just get on with it and amble?
How well do you know this guy, Melinda? Has he told you anything about his life?
Oh, you mean about all the young, shapely bodies he's got buried under his floorboards? Yeah, sure. But he swears to me I'm different. They're all brunettes.
His record is so bad, Melinda. They have his file blacked out down at headquarters. Now, you know that I'm not the hysterical type, all right? But I think there is something seriously wrong with this guy. I'm sorry. I'm just nervous for you.
And how does it feel to be clanging the warning bells and be totally ignored? Remind you of anything?
This situation is completely different from the one with Eve.
Oh, really? You think so? Well, I don't. And you can just keep on babbling all about Macaulay West because you're going to get exactly the same response from me that I got from you.
Oh, that's great, Melinda. You're going to set yourself up to get back at me?
Don't flatter yourself. I'm just out for a good time. And he's giving it to me.
Look, I know that I didn't believe you when you told me about Eve. But please, Melinda, don't be as naive as I was.
I was surprised I could still reach you at Cedars at this hour. Thanks for coming by.
It's late. I figured something must be wrong.
What do you mean?
What's it usually mean when you ask for help?
Roger. But I promised I wasn't going to do that to you anymore.
It has nothing to do with him.
No. Sit down. Well, not in the way you mean, anyway. I had this most amazing talk with Blake, for me, amazing talk with Blake today, and it made me think of you. And so I knew I'd be lying in bed having imaginary dialogue with you all night, so I thought I'd try and run it by you in person.
Well, that's what friends are for. We're friends.
Thank God for that. Anyway, I thought about what you said that night after Roger dropped the bombshell on us.
Not just us, hon. Roger told everyone in the room that you had slept with him.
Well, it was aimed at you. Anyway, I realized, partly because of what Blake said, and partly because it's become so obvious that there's this whole sick little waltz going on. And it's never been so clear for me as it is now. It's been so easy to blame everything on Roger. And I know I've done that ad nauseum. Holly's lament, we should call it, right? Poor helpless me, the victim of the big bad wolf. And I realize what you said. How I have just set myself up to get in trouble with him. And then I expect you to bail me out. And it is way past time that I just accept my responsibility. My part in this mess.
It's good that you're aware of this, and I don't mean to bring you down, but it's only half the battle.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be really hard to change 2 decades of behavior.
Look, I'm obviously no stranger to addictive, destructive behavior, and you're right. It's really frightening to give it up, especially, even when you're making a mess of your life. But it's because there's familiarity. There is a weird kind of comfort in the old patterns.
I know, it's true. But you've been so brave about facing all your problems. I want to be like you, Ed.
You can be like anyone you put your mind to be.
Really? You think I won't be an old crone with a cane teetering around the same vicious circle 30 years from now?
That's a charming image. Look, when Roger marries Jenna Bradshaw, things are bound to change.
Well, let's hope so. I don't know, though. He's been married to other women before. And there's always been this thing that's bound us together.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
Okay, but just put that thing down, Hart. I hate guns.
Yeah, sure you do. Why don't you suppose you just tell me how long you've been here? Who knows you're here?
A while. And nobody.
You make any calls on my phone?
Yeah, just a couple of those $5 a minute deals. I needed to call my psychic friend for moral support. What, you want me to pay for some calls that I might have made?
No. I just want to know if anybody can trace you here.
Why?
Because this is my farm. You killed Vinnie Morrison for what they're saying on the news. This wasn't the first time. I just caught you trying to steal my car keys. You've been hiding out on my property. You got a tri-state manhunt after you. Is that reason enough? How did it happen, Grant?
Man, I came back to the diner one night, late. Okay, as soon as I got up to the front door, I knew something wasn't right. Then I heard Kat scream. And then he had a hold up.
Why didn't you just call the cops?
Come on, man. He had Kat. Hard. He had a knife. And I don't want to talk about this with you.
Yeah, well, sounds like it was self-defense, man.
You try telling that to the authorities when you look like me and you got a prior conviction on your record. I really don't want to have this conversation with you, Hart. You want to turn me in, then just do it. I really want to spare myself the torture of you dragging it out.
About shooting Davenport 6 years ago, that would explain why David felt like he had to run.
Cooper.
No, it makes sense. If David couldn't rely on the justice system to defend
5 minutes,
him,
Cooper. What do you think you're doing?
Hey, I just said...
You're justifying David Grant's being on the run from the authorities. You know, for a smart cop, you're way out of line.
Now, you and I both know that Vinnie Morrison is a creep. And that David is a really good guy. It's obvious. It was an accident.
Nothing's obvious.
I'm giving you my gut instinct here.
Well, that's the problem, Harley. You have no right putting faith in your intestines.
You know what? You always said that a good cop does everything by the book, but that a great cop uses instincts that aren't in the book.
Yeah, that's true, but you gotta know when to choose your spots, all right? And you don't go shooting your mouth off during an interrogation of a witness.
Haven't my instincts already paid off? Haven't they before I was a rookie?
I am not trying to take anything away from you, all right? I just want you to understand when to go for it and when to hold back. Now, I had to be left for dead more than once before I realized there's such a thing as balance, all right? Now, I don't like the idea of you having to go through that. And one of these days, your famous guts are going to lead you straight into a snake pit.
I'm not a vigilante, okay? How do I get you to stop worrying about me?
Well, you can start by thinking through your sentences before you speak. Now, let's get back over there. They both look a little ragged. All right, let's go over this one more time. Now, Kat, you said you had fish. When was that?
It was sometime when we were hiding by the fairgrounds.
Well, there's no water by the fairgrounds, Kat. How'd you get the fish?
I don't know. Maybe someone came over and just gave it to David.
Look, Kat, there's a lot of pressure on us to close this case. My chief wants to arrest you for obstruction of justice unless you cooperate.
Baby, look. You gotta tell him everything you know. You gotta cooperate.
Daddy, I am trying to, but it doesn't seem like they're believing me right now.
Now, I know some of this may seem a little rocky, but considering everything she's been through, man, I mean, you know, maybe she's still a little confused.
No, I think that's very reasonable.
Was David at the Roadhouse with you?
David decided that it wasn't safe for us to stay where we were staying. So, he decided that it would be best if we left, and we decided to head towards the Roadhouse, only he ditched me when we got there, and I guess that was just because he was, afraid for my safety.
You were still in Dr. Barrow's car?
Yes.
All right, Kat. Well, if David still had a car, then why were you trying to steal one?
Thank you. I thought you might be surprised by that news.
Why on earth would you confess after all this time?
Roger, I got tired. I couldn't bear what was happening to my brother and knowing that I was to blame. So, you see, you don't have any power over me anymore. I'm free to make my own choices.
And why do you choose to come work for me?
It's really not that complicated. I missed my career. It's true I made a stab at working at the Journal, but Holly turned me down. And that's all right, after all my experiences in television, not in print. And there are a lot of reasons why I would rather work at WSBR other than another station. Frankly, Roger, I hate what you're doing to my brother in the evening broadcast.
Nothing personal? You know the business?
Yeah, I know it well enough to differentiate between quality news programming and that tabloid yellow journalism that you've sunk to since I left. Yeah, I thought you took more pride in WSBR.
I haven't had much time to give the station lately.
Obviously. But I'm sure you've had your hands full with planning the wedding with Jenna and probably spending more time at Spaulding. Which is why you need me to run WSPR. I've seen the numbers, Roger. They've taken a nosedive since I left.
And there could be no possible explanation other than your departure.
Well, nobody's handling the nuts and bolts, right? And the quality of reporting, Roger, well, guess you've been raiding the back pages of the Inquisitor to kind of build up that level of hysteria.
So this desire to work at WSBR is nothing more than an attempt to sweeten your brother's coverage?
Oh, admit it, Roger. The evening broadcast has been biased beyond belief. And where did your people dig up that snapshot of David from? And please, tell me. Poor Vinnie Morrison? What was he ever an honor student of? Stealing hubcaps?
You said there were other reasons for wanting to work again at WSBR. What might they be?
Guess as a matter of paying rent. Getting a new carburetor for the car. Dental work I've been putting off. You know, Hap hasn't been very forthcoming with money recently.
No, I suppose not.
Roger, you know you want WSBR to be better. And I know you don't want to have to worry about it being well run.
Well, you're not wrong. Jen is a very high-maintenance woman. I'm not complaining. She's well worth it, but I don't seem to have the time that I did.
Okay, then what's stopping you? Hire me.
I'm gonna go call Jenna, let her know I'm running late.
Look, I'm going to stay right here until you listen to me.
All right, if that's what it takes. I'm on pins and needles.
I think this guy is hiding something.
So you've said. Do you have any proof?
No, not yet. But the guy is filled with questions without answers, Melinda.
And you're trashing him to me on that basis? Sounds a little fishy to me. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you hate fish.
You know something? You trust people too easily.
You know, you're right, I do. Look what happened when I let you into my life.
The guy is real slick, Melinda. Have you asked him any questions?
Sure, plenty. Tonight on our date, in fact.
So you saw him tonight?
Mm-hmm.
So what'd he say?
Before or after the part about me spying on him for you?
What?
Yeah, he's got in his head that we have some sort of conspiracy going. That you actually wanted me to flirt with him to find out information about his past.
What did you say?
I told him the truth. You and I are barely speaking these days, and I met him innocently over swordfish at the supermarket.
So what kinds of questions did you ask him?
Such as why he didn't turn you in for breaking and entering his houseboat.
Well, actually, that's a pretty good question. Why didn't he?
I can't reach Jenna, so I'm going to head out.
Wait, Roger, I want you to think about how much time you can free up for Jenna and Spaulding if you'll
You're
let me...
hired.
What?
You're hired. You got your old job back, and if you're half as loyal to the station as you are to your brother, we'll be just fine. See you in the morning.
Well, so?
Are you crazy following me over here like this?
I just wanted to make sure that
Listen, if you and I are going to be working together, then you are going to have to trust me to handle Roger on my own. I can't have you shadowing me everywhere I go. It's going to ruin everything.
Then, does this mean that you did it?
I started WSBR first thing.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right. I just wasn't sure. You know, it was a little touch and go there for a while.
Yeah, well, of course he had to torture me. I've never met a man who enjoyed other people's misery as much as he does.
The first time that you noticed it?
One thing I know. When I've done what I can for my brother, I am out of WSPR for good.
Oh, no. Joey, wait a minute here. Look, you help your brother, that's fine, but If you really want to get Roger out of commission, then stay with me until we knock him and Jenna Bradshaw out of Spaulding. Jilly, we got to make sure that he doesn't have anything to build from, that he's got no power whatsoever.
Listen to me, Alan, Michael. Roger just said that right now his primary focus is going to be Spaulding. That's the main reason he hired me, because he doesn't want to be bothered with WSPR anymore. So, how can I be of use to you if he's not going to be involved there?
WSPR is the only place that Roger can get away from Jenna and work behind her back. Look, it's the way he's functioned all along, even when it's totally unnecessary. I don't know, maybe once you're an agent, you just can't help but do all this cloak and dagger stuff.
I don't even know where to look.
You keep an eye on the file rooms that he goes into. You see what stories he researches, anything that he's interested in, especially those things he keeps close to the vest.
It's not going to be easy. He's very suspicious, you know that.
You've done very well, Jilly. Just keep reminding yourself of the rewards. Look, if I can overturn Jenna's ownership of Spaulding Enterprises, that means I'm going to retrieve all of her assets, which includes her half of WSPR, which she bought with Spaulding money.
And?
And, Jilly, I'll give you that half of WSPR, okay? We'll both start to get back some of what we lost. Does this idea sound good to you?
So why do you think you and Roger are bound together inextricably for life?
For one reason. We have a child together. It's odd, isn't it? Roger, who seems incapable of truly loving a woman, he so adores his children.
It's not that odd, really. I mean, a lot of people think of their kids as an extension of themselves. They don't let them be individuals in their own right.
I don't think that's true of him. You know, I think it's the one place where he seems really human. He's the most vulnerable. You know, he has this whole fantasy life about me and Blake and him and this idyllic family life we had together.
Well, how can he? You weren't together for that long.
I know. But to hear him tell it, she spent her whole childhood cradled in the arms of her adoring parents. He was reminiscing the other day about taking us to the shore for vacation and building sand sculptures with Chrissy. As he remembers it, we made a beautiful mermaid, and it won the contest.
And you're saying this never happened? What?
In the time that we lived together, I think we did go to the beach once. But he made the sculpture, and Chrissy kept trying to help him and to be a part of it. And he got so impatient with her, and she finally came running to me in tears, and I went over there and stomped up the whole masterpiece. Then we had this ferocious argument right on the beach, and we left for home, cutting the vacation short.
Oh, Roger, rewriting history to the end, huh?
Yeah. And I think watching me with Michelle has triggered something. I think he would really love to do it over again, only better this time. Fatherhood has been a disappointment for Roger. I think it's the one thing he really tried to do and failed at. I think he'd give anything if he had children who were proud of him. You wouldn't really give me half of WSPR.
Jilly, if you help me pull this off, you'll have earned it.
Wait, forgive me for sounding like Roger, but should I be looking for a hidden agenda here?
Oh, Senior Jaden, you've been working for him for so long. Jilly, what's wrong with rewarding you for accomplishing something terrific?
I don't know, but I tell you, you're making my head spin.
Jilly, look. I've never worked with you before, but everyone I know who has is always telling me that you were the brains behind WSPR's success. Now, I know what you've sacrificed for that place. Up until now, the only thing that you had to show for all of your commitment and energy is a wrecked marriage and an unemployment check. Isn't it about time that you made yourself immune from intimidation and the whims of somebody who can fire you because the office coffee isn't hot enough? Jilly, people work their entire lives for the chance to own their own futures. I'm telling you that if you help me pull this off, I will hand it to you on a silver platter.
Yeah, but look, kind of future is that if I'm sharing it with Roger Thorpe?
That's the beauty of this whole thing. Without spalding underneath him, Roger doesn't have one iota more clout than you do, as long as you are not afraid to stand up to the man. Jilly, think of the aggravation that you can cause the man. Every day you can get revenge on him.
Well, it's true. I'm not afraid of confronting him anymore.
Right. So you have absolutely nothing to lose.
Well, it's late. I gotta go tuck Michelle into bed.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you've been listening to me talking, and I haven't told you the main reason I've called.
No?
I seem to be getting excuses all the time when I'm asking if Michelle can come to visit me. I was wondering if it had anything to do with my sleeping with Roger.
No. I'm not trying to punish you.
You don't think I'm not such a good influence anymore? I know Eve Guthrie is around now for the womanly touch.
No. It's just that life has been a little more adult than Michelle's recently, that's it.
Well, that's true enough. But I miss her. We were good for each other, and we had good times.
I'll have her give you a call.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm working on it. Holly's going to pull herself together.
Why won't you guys believe me? I was not trying to steal any car. I was just trying to get a ride back into town so that I could try and find David.
What about it, Cooper? You buy that one?
I'm sorry, Kat, but Detective Mallet is pretty stubborn. I don't think any of us are getting out of here until he hears something resembling the truth.
This is really hard for me to talk about, especially in front of my father, okay?
Yep.
Look, baby, I really think I need to hear all of it. This way I can at least try and understand.
Well, I was really hurt when David left me at the Roadhouse.
Well, you said yourself you thought he was only trying to protect you.
He was trying to protect me, but all I could think about is what would happen if he left without me, and would I ever see him again? And when I ran into that sleazy guy at the Roadhouse, the only thing I could think about was trying to steal his car to go and find David.
Where are we going to look for him?
Detective, I don't know. I was not thinking clearly. I have no idea.
Well, think, Kat. He must have said something to you in the time that you were together. Some place that he thought he could go where he'd be safe.
Well, he did say that there was one place that he might want to go. And, it was California. Sacramento.
Hey, but before you get the cops, would you just make one quick call?
No, you're not going to bring Bridget in.
No, I'm looking for Kat.
Don't you know where she is?
If I did, I wouldn't need you to find her, would I?
You were with her, weren't you?
Yeah, but she went to get us a car, man, and I haven't heard from her since. And I've been going crazy out of my mind hard with worry. I mean, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she ran into some creep, or if she changed her mind and went home, or if the cops got her, or what.
Anything in the news about her?
No, I know. That's why I need you to just call her father's house like you were a friend or something. Look, I know that we haven't gotten along, man. But I'm not asking you for much, Hart. I just need you to try to find out if she's okay.
Anybody home? Blaze!
Julie. Listen, there's been something I've been wanting to say to you. Since you had confessed to killing that guy Davenport.
What would that be, that you think I'm nuts?
No. But I think you're very, very brave.
Why?
I don't know, for confessing. No, I mean it. I mean it. I almost killed an animal. But I never admitted it. A couple of people found out about it, but I never actually confessed to it. And it takes a lot of guts to do something like that.
Did you shoot a man?
No. Well, but he wasn't an accident because of me. I mean, I didn't mean it. It's just... And I tried like hell to not blame myself, but it was my fault. It was my fault. It was the same as if I'd pulled the trigger.
Well, I know how you feel, having done something terrible and not being blamed for it.
Yeah, Julie, but it's different with you. At least you tried to tell people.
And you didn't.
No. No, at first I guess I didn't tell anybody because I thought that there was some chance of saving my marriage, a chance to maintain the reputation that I had built up to. Well, the marriage is gone anyway. I guess I still hold on to the secret because I'm afraid of what people will think of me. That's why I think that you're very brave.
Well, I don't think I am.
Yeah, well, I can tell that. That's why I wanted you to know that you are. Jilly, you are confessing to something that you did 6 years ago. If I get by 6 years without anybody ever knowing, you better believe that I wouldn't bring it up again to tell everybody what I'd done. No, I would have taken the easy route. I figured everything was laid to rest and nobody should ever know.
You know, I think in 6 years, if there was somebody you loved, someone you wanted to protect, help, I think you'd tell.
No, I don't think so, Jilly. I'm not like you. I don't think I have what it takes to tell the truth.
Oh, Michael. You just did.
What do you think you're doing? Huh?
Roger. Hello. Oh, Ginger, those are all the clothes that I wanted you to get together to send to the charity, right? Good.
Wait a minute. These are brand new.
Yes.
Give me that.
I know, darling, but I have this wonderful idea. I want to buy you a brand new wardrobe to go with our brand new life together.
Listen, Blake gave me this time.
Oh, well, not to worry. Indulge me, all right?
You are incredibly romantic, not to mention extravagant and impractical.
I'm very, very rich, too.
Who are you going to give these to?
The clothes? Oh, a shelter. Probably.
Don't be surprised if some derelict winds up on the 10 best-dressed men in America list.
I know it's silly, but please let me do it.
Well, as long as you leave me something to go to work in the morning with, and preferably a matching pair of socks.
Oh, good. That's not a problem. Ginger, you can finish all this tomorrow.
Since you're out of pack, look at this mess.
Oh, don't worry. I'll put it all away.
I'm sorry I'm late. I did leave a message. Did you get it?
Drink?
No, thank you.
Okay. Message. Yeah, I did hear the phone, actually, but I was in the bathtub, and Ginger, when she gets into a project, she goes completely deaf.
That's not all she goes. Well, anyway, I was having drinks with Jilly. I have rehired her.
Jilly. Hilly. Hilly Jilly.
What?
Nothing.
Jenna? You're a strange girl. Listen, having her back at the station will give us much more time to be together.
Oh, good.
That's the main thing. I decided we're not going to be one of those marriages, you know, where we just kind of run into each other at board meetings and your machine talks to my machine and all that. We're really going to have time to enjoy each other. Do you know, I have everything I need to be an enormously happy man.
Well, almost everything you need.
What am I lacking? I have a beautiful woman, soon to be my wife, whom I adore. I've got a challenging job. I've got a new wardrobe on the way.
And I want to give you a child.
Macaulay didn't press charges against you because he doesn't have a lot of faith in the Springfield police.
Yeah, well, apparently the feeling is mutual.
He told me all about that. He quit the force 6 years ago because of office politics. And that's why he doesn't like people telling a lot of tall tales about him. Look, can we just stop talking about this?
Has he said anything to you about a girl?
No, why? I stopped asking him questions when he began kissing me. Good night.
got it for now.
All right, Ham. Thanks for bringing her in.
Sure, well, it was her idea. She wants to cooperate with you guys. Come on, baby, let's get you home, get you in the bed. You look beat.
Daddy, do you think these people believe me? Because right now I feel like a criminal.
Don't worry. It's okay.
Do you really think that David went to Sacramento?
Good a place as any. That is, if he left town at all.
You really need that light show?
Yeah, well, we find it gets people's attention.
Yeah, well, you got mine. What's up?
There's a random search of all the dwellings within a 20-mile radius of Springfield. We're counting on all the law-abiding citizens for information concerning the murder suspect, David Grant. You see anything suspicious out here?
What in the world is going on?
Who is he? What's he capable of?
Is Emily having doubts about Royce? Her mother is.
What about those bruises he gave her?
Will those doubts put Emily in danger?
I'd die before I let anything happen to her.
You better believe it.
Find out this week as the world turns.
This has been Guiding Light,